Good morning, hello. Hi, I hope you're okay. There we go. Good morning. Hi. Good morning, guys. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Hi. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah. Hello. Good morning. Hope you're okay. See if I can just tip you a little bit. Good morning. Hope you're all right. Still can't see. Can you, Facebook? Sorry about the rubbish picture, Facebook. We've cracked the iPad. We will get it fixed eventually, I promise. Good morning. Hope you're okay. Hello, lovelies. All right. Hope you're all right. Happy Valentine's Day. Before we get started, could you send me some sort of emoji if you've got any little ones watching this morning? Because Thursdays are always, I do it to the little ones. If you could let me know who's watching, I can say hello. Mason has decided that he doesn't want to be in the live this morning, which is fine. I thought he might have joined. He might come and join us in a minute. Good morning. I hope you're all okay. Hi, hi, hi. I'm just going to have a quick gulp. I was frantically working upstairs and then realised the time. So a little bit late. Good morning. Currently watching a man professionally clean the car at the moment. Everyone watching with me too. Sounds fun. Sounds interesting. Good morning. Hello, Bertie. Hello. We've just had a great big, hello Jen, all right. We've just had a great big truck drive down the street, so that's the entertainment for us in our house today. All right, so shall we get started? Because it's lovely to have you here to play. So Thursdays are my play along Thursdays. They used to be over threes Thursdays, but I had lots of people saying, why don't you do it to the children rather than to the adults? So that is what we do now. So, shall we say, I know there may be lots of boys and girls watching today. So, hello everybody. Hello, nice to see you. Could you give me a big wave? I love it when you give me a big wave. Give me out in front. Can you give me a slow wave? Oh, slow wave. Feeling a bit sleepy. Can we do a really, really fast wave? Really, really fast wave. Oh, someone been up since 4 a.m. I am sorry. I've been up since 5. Yeah, I think we should start a no sleep club, basically. It's always been the way. We've always been early risers. So wave up high, wave down low, wave to the side, wave to the other side, wave to your grown up. And let's get started, shall we? So thank you very much for coming to play with me this morning. I've got 2 activities today. 2, I know. So we're going to do 2. We'll see how we get on for time. We'll do one of them first and see how we get on. And then what I can do is I can leave you to it and you can do a bit of playing without me. How about that? So I will get you started and then you can go and play. So first of all, if you don't mind, I'm just going to have a quick drink. First of all, this morning, you will need some card. I have got pink and red and like a pale pink colour because we're going to do it with a Valentine's theme, but it doesn't matter what colour you've got, so don't worry. It doesn't matter if you have paper or card either. That's absolutely fine. Card would work a little bit better, but don't worry if not. And then for our first activity, you are going to need a pair of scissors. Last week I talked about a really good pair of scissors, which I'm using here. So if you didn't see last week, I will talk to you about those in a moment. So a good pair of scissors for children. You will need a pen. You will need either some shoelaces or some string, because we're going to do a little bit of sewing today. Sewing is really good for our hands. And then I've also got a hole punch. Now mine is just this little one. It just makes one hole. You might have a different type, and that's fine. But what is really important, grown-ups, is you can check that it's not too tough to push. Could you just check that? Could you give it a little squeeze? It's not too hard on those little fingers. Otherwise, we're just going to get frustrated and we won't want to do it. So just check that your hole punch isn't too hard. Give it a little squeeze. I like doing that, don't you? And then for our next activity, you'll need some pegs, but we can leave those to the side. We'll see how we get on for time this morning for whether we get onto that one. Okay, you're gonna come say hello. 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 He doesn't want to come in this morning. All right, so shall we get started? Lovely to see everybody. Thank you very much for coming to play with us. We're going to do a nice activity. Now, the activity this morning is all about using our hands. And we like to practice using our hands for when we're big boys and girls. And it means that we can hold a pen, it means that we can use tools, it means that we can ride our bike, it means that we can climb trees, it means that we can do all the really exciting stuff, all the great stuff.
And driving cars.
And driving cars, like Mason says. Thanks, Mace. Very important. Thanks,
and motorbike.
Oh, right, thank you, and motorbike. So we need our hands, don't we? So what we're going to do is we're going to make our hands really strong with our activity today.
Mummy.
Sorry, I've got a running commentary today. Quick. Yeah.
When I'm a grown up, when you drink waters, it's really healthy.
That's right, yeah. Mason just told me that water's really good for you. Water is really good for you. But we're talking about our hands, aren't we? Our amazing hands. Can you say, hello, hands? That's it. Can you give them a big clap?
Hello, hands.
Nicely clap. We're going to get them warmed up this morning, so give them a nicely clap. We're going to give them a shake. Shake really high, shake really low. Can you flick your hands? Flick, 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 flick. That's it. Can you show me your thumbs? Give me a nice big thumbs up. Give them a wiggle. Give them a talk. Hello. Hello. Show me your thumbs. Show me your fingers. Give them a good squeeze and flick them out again. Squeeze and flick them out again. Yeah, we're going to use our hands. So your hands feeling nice and warm and tingly now. Super. Okay, so what we're going to do, first of all, I'm going to take one of the pieces of my card and we're going to fold it in half. So you may need a grown up to help you, but I'd really like it if you had a go first of all. Sorry everybody, what did they say about never work with children? Never work in your home with children. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold our card in half and we're going to make these two spiky bits, the two corners, we're going to make them touch or make them kiss, seeing as it's Valentine's Day. So make them kiss, you're going to hold them together and then we're going to fold it in half. Now it's quite hard for me to show you, I know that you can't really see it. And you're just going to run your finger down. It's quite tricky when you fold in card, so you may need a grown-up to help you with this bit, and that's absolutely fine. So you should have a nice line, and it should now open like a door. Does it open like a door? Fab, super. Okay, well done everybody. Okay, now then, this bit I'd like you, could you watch me first before you have your go? Is that all right? Can you put your card down and can you just watch me because I'm going to show you, just so that we make sure we all get it right. You're going to get your pen and we're going to draw. We need to keep this line because we're going to use it. So from this line, from the fold, we're going to make a big, it's like half a heart shape. It's really hard to do it holding it up. So excuse me, like I said, I'm not a pro at this. We're going to do a great big shape like that. Can you see? So it's it looks a bit like, what does it look like? Does it look like a wing? A bit like a butterfly wing? Something like that? It's half a heart because what we're going to do, we're then very carefully with our scissors, is we're going to cut along this line, and don't forget you need the fold, so keep the fold. So we're going to cut this line, but before we do, I just want to show the grown-ups these scissors. I talked about these last week. These are a really great pair of scissors. I highly recommend for you young children. They are called Easy Grip, and that's because they've got this round bit of plastic here which is acts like a spring. So it means that younger children are able to use scissors because it's actually the opening and closing that can be quite difficult. So these mean that as a whole fist, they could use them to open and close and they bounce back open again. And then eventually they can move on to 2 fingers. Really great. You can get them on Amazon. There is a link on my Instagram if that does help. word of warning, the blades are still sharp. They are metal blades. They're not just for paper, they are for card. They will cut hair, they will cut clothing, they will cut all sorts, but they are a great pair of scissors for anyone with little ones getting frustrated with their scissors. So we're going to use our scissors now, and very carefully we're going to try really hard to cut along the line. And we're going to cut all the way around the line. You do, Mace? Okay, so I've cut mine now. Now you take your time, we don't need to rush. There's no rush at all, you take your time. And grown-ups, like we always say, doesn't need to look perfect, it's about the process. It's about just having a go, getting involved, doesn't matter if it gets chopped off or whatever. So now, shall I show you what you've made? It looks a bit funny like that, but when you open it out, you've made a heart. Ah, lovely, we've made a heart. But before we do that, I'm not finished yet. We're going to use our hole punch now. And what we're going to do is we're going to use our hole punch just on the round bit. We're not going to use it on our fold. We're just going to go round the edge. So I'm going to use my hole punch. Now this bit might be tricky. You might need your grown-up with it being card. You can either, I'm holding it like this. Might be easy if you are doing it on the table and pushing down so they've got more of their body weight behind them, or even to stand up if they are set down. And we are just going to punch some holes. So much fun using a hole punch, isn't it? Do you like using a hole punch? I do. And you see I'm making holes all the way down. Now what did I say? Do you remember? Whatever you do, don't do them down the fold. We don't want them down there, do we? Okay, so when I open it up now, my heart has got some holes all the way around the edge. Isn't that lovely? And then if you have some string or a shoelace nearby, we are going to use these. So first of all, you've already used your hands for the cutting out using the scissors. Then you've been using your hands for the hole punch, and now you're going to use your hands for the shoelace. So your hands have been doing loads of hard work. They might be getting really tired, but all you're going to do is thread it in and out the holes, and have a good old play. Now then, grown-ups, this is tricky. Going the in and out, doesn't matter if we go round and we get something stuck like that, don't worry about it. It's all about just having a go. All that hand-eye coordination of just getting the shoelace through the holes can be really tricky. So, darling, I'm doing my video. Can you just wait one moment for me? So we're going to thread them in and out and in and out and thread it, and just take your time. And it's a really nice activity you can do. And of course you don't just have to do hearts. I did hearts because it's Valentine's Day. You don't just have to do hearts. You could do any shape, couldn't you? You could do a nice big round shape.
By the nose.
They can't see you, darling, so they can't hear you. Do you want to come round? So while you're sewing, Mason just wants to tell you something. He is policeman, Mason. Go on, what do you want to tell us?
I made a heart at preschool.
Mason made a heart at preschool,
Mummy,
didn't you?
can I do it?
Yeah, you can. You have a go. Putting it in and out the holes. Well done. And what's really nice about this is that it's using two hands to perform a task. So that both hands are doing different things, and it's passing from one hand to the other. And that's actually really great for making cross connections across both sides of the brain, which is a lot like crawling and walking and cycling. It's all about getting both sides of the body working. Makes all those cross connections, which is really beneficial for their development. Good one. Well done, Mace. Keep going. So that's sewing. How are you getting on? Is it a bit tricky? It's a bit tricky, isn't it?
Mummy.
But we can do it. We can persevere. And grown-ups, you remind them, that's it. Well done. Keep going. All the positive praise. Well done, May. Super. I can see you trying really hard. It's not easy, is it? And it's okay if it's not easy, because I think if we keep trying, I think you're going to be able to do it. Keep going. You've nearly done it. Well done. Mason's just got stuck on a little bit, but it's all right. You can keep trying. Hello, anyone just joined us. We're just sewing some hearts. Well done. Super. Now then, Mace, can I move you onto here so I can show the other activity? Boys and girls, can you sit on that one? Oh. You sit on there and you carry on because you're doing really well there. So I'm going to move on to our other activity just to show you so that you've got some more things for the day. So you can carry on playing, just so that we don't run out of time. What I'm going to do for this one, let's do a nice red one for this one. Jumped out my skin. Excuse me a moment, we've got the door going.
Hello. Hello. So I'm doing an activity for you today. So I'm doing Freddy.
What happened?
Look.
Oh dear, that's okay. Because you know what we can do? We can always take it back out again. That's alright. Take it back out. And try again. Hello, sorry about that. Postman. For the neighbours. Right, what we were doing, we're going to try the other one, weren't we? I'm going to show this one quite quick so we're running out of time. But all I'm going to do, how should we do it? If I do it that way. I'm going to cut out a few hearts. You can do them a little bit smaller for these ones if you want to. And this one is really good for our fingers, practicing with our fingers, but it's also really good for practicing our numbers too. So just quickly cut out some more hearts there. Wow, they're good ones, aren't they? They're good hearts. They turned out well for once. And all I'm going to do is grown-ups is you can grab the hearts and you can write some numbers on them. Like this. Oh, backwards, sorry. I don't know why they always flips it backwards. You could always put some numbers on your hearts and have lots of different hearts with lots of maybe numbers that they're just starting to recognise. Maybe pop one in there to challenge them. Maybe even have some blank hearts for them to make their own. And then the idea is that your little one recognises the number. Sorry to interrupt you, Mason. Do you know what number this one is?
6.
This is number 6. So then Mason, we've got lots of pegs, could then count out and peg on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pegs onto the heart. So it's a little bit of practice, really nice for practicing our numbers, but also really great, for practicing with the pegs. With pegs for young children, often the wooden ones can be quite stiff. If you are looking to get some pegs for doing activities, there's all sorts you can do with pegs. These nice cheap ones, the cheap plasticky ones, are super duper soft, and I always really like using those for activities. So maybe you could do some counting hearts as well. Ooh, well done, mate. You worked really hard. You were so focused and you was concentrating, and you finished it. And look what else I've just been showing. So you have to read the number and then you have to put the right number of pegs on. That's cool, isn't it? Look, there's another one there. What do you think? So what number have you got there?
7.
7. Grown-ups, I hope that's given you a moment with a cup of tea, or it might just earn you a cup of tea for later on. But yeah, I hope that helps. So there's 2 little Valentine's activities today, just to keep you going. And think of all that practice you've been doing with your hands. Oh, your hands are going to be exhausted later, aren't they? But they've been doing really well, and it's all going to help you and help your hands for when you need to use them. How many have we got so far? Should we check? How many have we got?
1, 2, 3, 4.
4. You need to keep going. 1 more. What does that make? We got 4 and then we added on 1 more. 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
More?
6. 7.
7. Well done.
That
Oops.
was not.
You want to do a different one? Yeah, I like those pegs as well. There we go. Mason's just had a little go at number 7, and we've got 7 pegs on. Good job, Mace. Really good counting. I thought you did really well with that. Good using your hands to do the pegs as well. All right then, guys, we're going to finish there. Thank you very much for tuning in to see us.
1, 2,
Thank you for coming to play with me and
4,
Mason.
5,
It was lovely to
6,
see you.
7,
I hope you had lots. 8? But it says number 7.
no.
Oh no.
8 now.
Oh no, maybe we could do an 8 on the back, couldn't we? Or we could make some more hearts. So I think we might be carrying on with this actually. So have a lovely time. I'd really like if you wouldn't mind grown up sending me some. Oh, you can have a go at doing that one. We'll do it now. I'm going to finish the video and we'll do it now, okay? Thank you very much for coming to play with us. Grown-ups, I'd love some photos if you can. It doesn't have to be with the children. It could just be with the hands or just the activity. It's just really lovely to see people and children joining in. I hope it's just giving you some inspiration of something to do today with the little ones at home. Oh no, I think we've just broken the whole punch. Have a lovely day, guys. I'm afraid tomorrow is normally Fun Play Friday. I'm afraid we're not going to be live tomorrow. We're going to be on the motorway going to see my mum and dad. So sorry about that. But yeah, careful, darling. Careful, because we're all coming out. Have a lovely time, have a lovely day, and let me know what you get up to. Before I finish, just to say, if you haven't already, if you would like to subscribe to our newsletter, it's on the website. There is something going out today, later this afternoon, that maybe could help you for half term next week. So it would be really helpful if you want to sign up and see what we're going to get up to. All right, thank you very much for tuning in today, guys. I want to say, please don't put them on the floor. Sally, to put in everything on the floor. We say bye? No. All right, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for coming to play with us today. Bye.
Bye.